very, very many years, our so-called family companies brought back more dividends than the rest of the Joburg Stock Exchange put together.
Sure.
I mean, these are now facts.
And
I think about, I mean, Yanni and them gave me the numbers. So what do you get? You stay loyal to the country, you create jobs, you pay tax. You know I give my salary away. I thought the job is, if you're a good South African, that's what you do. In the rest of the world, people like that. So they say, please come to our country to create jobs. Please come to our country to pay proper salaries. Please come to our country to pay tax and then to give to nations. But you
do all of your Reinhardt and particularly outside Richmond's interests, if there's a dividend coming out of Richmond, does it come straight to South Africa? Nothing stays in Geneva.
And BAT.
Ambassador Helen?
And BAT, yes.
Yeah, all of it come back to South Africa.
Do you know the difference?
Yeah.
We're honored to have the Swiss ambassador here. In Switzerland, I got a letter of thank you from the taxman. It was bloody painful. I hate to say it was bloody painful. But here, they harassed me for 8 years. So unlike what your friend with the red beret thinks.
You're talking about my homeboys from the
Your homeboys.
Yeah.
Who said 5 years ago that I am influential on SARS. No.
We'll go to
the opposite. The opposite.
Yeah.
There is no clarity on exactly where the phrase Stellenbosch Mafia originated, but the first recorded references were apparently in an interview Alec Hogg did. With market analyst David Shapiro in January 2003, nevertheless, it's clear that it now denotes the existence, in the minds of many, a grouping of influential and wealthy millionaires and billionaire businessmen whose goal is to control and influence the running of South Africa and maintain white domination in the country's economy.
The term Stellenbosch Mafia, of course, has become a loaded term referring to this group of businessmen, all billionaires, most of them Afrikaans, all of them white, and seemingly led by one Johan Rupert, who incidentally denies that he's a member of the Mafia because he lives in Somerset West.
They use the Western Cape as a base from where they control hundreds of enterprises. These businesses generate enormous amounts of revenue for their shareholders and founders, which gives them leverage over society, controls the prices of basic goods, influences what clothes you wear. A private hospital group decides who receives medical treatment.
They exist as a network. I don't think there's anything illegal about what they do, but what is certainly true is that there's a strong, interconnected grouping of extremely rich and influential businessmen who call Stellenbosch their home, their base, and they do exert an enormous amount of influence on various industries in the country and in social life, and quite possibly, and definitely actually, in politics too.
Julius Malema, leader of the EFF, has been one of the most vocal about the proponents of the notion of a Stellenbosch Mafia. Ever since the party's formation in 2013, Malema and the EFF have campaigned on economic issues, attacking white capital, and regularly invoking the Rupert name as a catch-all for everything capitalist.
EFF leader Julius Malema is now addressing supporters outside the Remgro offices in Stellenbosch. Let's take you live to those pictures.
Members of the Central Command Team, the PCT, and all RCTs who are here, and the hosting region, and we also want to salute our ground forces. We are very happy that you mobilized our people to come and mark this day as a land day. More than 300 years ago, they arrived here and they took our land. They killed our forefathers, they raped our mothers, they stole the cattle, and now they've settled here. And they call this place their place. But deep down they know that they've stolen from us. And whether it is these ones who are living now or not, as long as you are in possession of stolen goods, you are a criminal, because they inherited this land. And anyone who says they bought this land, they bought it from the money that was coming from the proceeds of crime. They bought it from the money that came from the exploitation of black people. And Johan Rupert and his family and the Oppenheimers and many of these rich family, white families in South Africa, they are the face of the land criminal that was committed in this country. That's why we are here to say to Rupert, your riches come out of stealing from black people. Your riches come from the exploitation of black people. So our people work in the wine farms and you don't pay them anything. Instead, you pay them with bottles of wine and alcohol, because you have no regard for black people and black dignity. So you are not rich because you are smarter than us. You are rich because your forefathers committed a black genocide and stole our cattle and killed our leaders and took everything that belongs to us. The sea belongs to us. The minerals of this country belongs to us. And we demand that all of those things must be returned into the hands of the rightful owners. We are here today to confront white monopoly capital, that we as the EFF, we exist everywhere, and even here in Stellenbosch we exist. And when the program of land expropriation starts, it will also start here in Stellenbosch and will reclaim our land. You must be ashamed that our people live in squalor, in Kayamnandi, and you stay in wine farms, wine estate in the suburbs, the only black township. There is no any other settlement for black people, for indigenous people, for the rightful owners of this Stellenbosch. They don't have any other place. They are squatting in Kayamnandi. You don't give them even a smallest piece of land so that they too can live comfortably like you. Now they are there, they are isolated. When you sell farms, you sell to each other. When a black person buys a farm, you refuse. If it's not a white person, you stop the transaction. We want the farms to be given to black people. You've got enough land, Rupert. Start releasing some of it voluntarily now, before the land revolution visits you. All those white people who have a lot of land, lot of properties, lot of wealth, please start sharing it with the people of South Africa, because they are losing their patience. This youth is here today during working hours in their numbers because they are not working and because they've got no land to work on. Our poverty is because of lack of ownership of land. That's why I always argue with South Africans that you are beating a Zimbabwean. That is not cause of your problem. He doesn't own the land. Your problem starts because you don't own